the digital equity work that I do here at Drexel, working with the community in West Philadelphia and across the city, trying to help people get free internet access, free devices, and also digital skills as well. And so this Tech Ambassador program was kind of part of that project, and it's helping us grow that as well. So I am going to go to the first slide, obviously, and we will go to slideshow mode. So Laura, go ahead, and do you want to start with the first slide here? Just to overview the project?
Sure, absolutely. So the Tech Ambassador program, essentially, the main goal was to improve access to technology to the aging population in West Philadelphia specifically, through tapping into the West Philadelphia Promise Zone, through a Tech Ambassador program that's staffed by Drexel students and community members. So we would be training tech ambassadors for rich intergenerational exchanges that will increase awareness of the digital equity issues in our community, as well as the digital navigator program that we run this program through as well. So through this program, around 20 older adults will receive a tablet computer, free internet access, and one-on-one training using Generations Online. So this includes how to use the tablet computer and how to access critical services such as healthcare, benefits, city services, and Zoom. And after the initial 20 tablets are given out, having at least 3 in-person workshops for older adults afterwards.
Thank you, Laura. Yeah, so that is our goal. And we were able to do, oops, let's get back to in the timeline. With this, we were able to get the tablets ordered, which took some time. Basically, the chip shortage and everything else, the technology took a little bit of time to get in. And we were able to coordinate with Generations Online. Laura did a great work with them, working with Toby Dichter and her staff, and doing some kind of train the trainer kind of modules and making sure that we knew how to train our staff in their curriculum. For those who don't know, I know Generations Online and Toby Dichter is part of Age Friendly program here, but they have a great app that's used for tablets and phones. It teaches older adults on how to pinch, swipe, and do all the things you need to learn on mobile devices. And so we were prepared for that using their curriculum for this program. Then in the summer, we were able to advertise two Tech Ambassador positions, and we hired 2 folks from the community, and we were able to get them, and we were able to start marketing the program this summer. And initially, we started the fall training 2 participants we were able to find, and getting them to use the tablets and kind of getting used to using the curriculum and walking through those steps. And then we continued to market through the program to senior centers in the area. One of the folks that we hired as a Tech Ambassador, she was well connected with the neighborhood and has a great Facebook page that just has a great way of sharing resources. And so we marketed with some of these senior centers and at the Dornsive Center. We weren't finding a lot of initial hits on trying to get people in there. Some of the senior centers didn't quite trust the information, and that's probably something where I could have spent more time working with them on that. We'll come to that in a second, though. But eventually we were able to really connect with the Mantua Civic Association up there. Gwen Morris, if anyone knows her, she's wonderful to work with, and Sam, who works with what they call their senior group up there, was able to connect us. And we were hoping just for 5 or 6 participants, and then she signed up. We had 15 that were all signed up all together, and 14 that showed up last week to the training, which is a little more than we wanted in one training session. But Jalen, our Tech Ambassador, really made it work, and we're going to do some follow-ups on that. So overall, we've been able to train 16 people at the moment, and we still have a few more tablets left, but we have lining up some other trainings going forward here before the end of the year. Hope to give out the rest of the tablets on that. And let me see. So here's a couple of pictures of some of the tablets that we gave away from the first 2 participants, as well as Jalen with our first participant, and then Laura trained the second participant, Elizabeth, there. And there's some of the barriers we had going into this is the hiring process. Once we went through and interviewed, and we actually had about 50 applicants for the Tech Ambassador positions. with Drexel, through attrition and everything else, HR was just really moving slowly, and they have a new system. It took literally 2 months to get people hired into the system, which really delayed us. And by the time one of our tech ambassadors, Mia, who came on board, by the time we got her onboarded, her regular job had picked up and she was being more in person, so she wasn't able to offer as much time as she had hoped to do. These were just part-time positions initially. So, and then the area with initial interest as well was not disconcerting, but I totally understood it as well. Some of the senior centers we had not worked with before, and not trusting the idea that we were going to be giving free tablets away to people that complete our training, and not wanting to trust that. So there's definitely some follow-ups we need to do with that on that piece. And also with the programs, and as you may know, with there's a lot of federal funding, a lot of city funding right now, and the work I'm doing is becoming very popular. So we've just been overloaded with opportunity, which meant I was extremely busy, and that is something we definitely recognized. And we are seeking actually new funds. We're working with Dell right now to actually seek funds to hire a coordinator position to help me with all of the different grants I have, because I believe I have 6 or 7 different grants that are active right now. So trying to work on all that has been difficult. It's a good problem to have, but it did kind of delay some of this as well. So we had some different barriers out there. But some of the next steps, we're scheduling workshops, continuing workshops around using the Generations Online curriculum, for inviting not just the participants that we've worked with, but we're going to invite everybody that wants to show up. We have additional tablets we can bring for people to play with and work with as well. And so we're going to be doing that at MCA, the Mantua Civic Association, and the Dornsife Center for Neighborhood Partnerships up at 36th and Spring Garden. And Dornsife Center has a new director up there now, intern director Maria Walker, and she's really making pathways for us right now to be able to do more, expand more of our work up there. So we're really excited about that there. And then also there's some of the follow-up surveys we're doing as well. So we're going to be calling up the current participants and following up to see how they're doing with the tablets, but also to see how their comfortability with the technology is since they've received that. And we are in regards to sustainability, my Digital Navigator program has been renewed for a 3rd year from the city, which is great, with additional funding as well. So we were able to hire a full-time Digital Navigator, which we are interviewing for now. So that'd be someone full-time, will be mostly in person, hopefully up at the Dornsife Center, working with people. So that actually gives us more time and more resources then to actually continue a lot of these workshops going forward. And it opened up new networks with Mantua Civic Association. I've worked with them in the past, but not in this capacity. And they're really excited to keep working with us on these projects, and it brings in more contacts for us and kind of expands our network. And it helped connect people to new services. So, we're working with digital skills classes up at the Dornsife Center, at the Beachville Family Learning Center, our public computer lab there. We have a digital skills class that's been ongoing since February. And we're able to connect a lot of people with the tablets that are using the tablets into the digital skills class. And also we're able to recruit some folks from that digital skills class to the tablet program too. So we have a lot of different connections we're able to make, and kind of referrals, and kind of expanding that network that way. The other interesting thing which I've gotten involved with is this German-American delegation to the American Council on Germany. They have a study program called the Transatlantic Cities of Tomorrow. And we actually had 3 groups from 3 different cities in Germany visit last week, visiting Philadelphia, and I set up different programs here for them to visit. And we got to talk about this work with Age Friendly as well. And that was great. I'm actually going out there in December to visit the 3 cities that they're all from, and talk to them. And one of the universities we're working with is Rostock University. So I know there are some German universities that are involved in Age Friendly. So we're trying to see if we can make some of those connections maybe as well. And that generally, we're talking about workforce development and digitalization and how jobs are changing, but definitely digital equity is a big piece of that too. So yeah, that is the program for now. So yeah, if anyone has any questions.